The Confederation Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Zixthar of the Valoran Empire stood before the assembled delegates. His crystalline form shimmered under the chamber's artificial lights, refracting into 1,000 colors across the polished obsidian floor. "The humans," he began, his voice resonating through the translation matrix, "have declined our invitation for the 3rd time. They claim they are not ready for galactic integration." A chorus of clicks, whistles, and modulated frequencies erupted from the various alien delegates. The humans of Earth had been discovered only 2 cycles ago, a primitive species that had barely mastered faster-than-light travel. Yet they possessed something rare, a habitable world rich in resources and positioned perfectly along the Orion Spur trade routes. Perhaps a more forceful approach is required, suggested Councillor Thren, his segmented body undulating with anticipation. "We have protocols for reluctant civilizations." Zixthar's form dimmed slightly, a Valoran expression of concern. "I would advise caution. Our intelligence suggests the humans are more formidable than their technological level indicates." "Nonsense," Thren scoffed. "They have no shields, their weapons are chemical-based projectiles, and their largest vessels barely qualify as Corvette-class by our standards. We send diplomats as a courtesy, nothing more." The vote was unanimous. A diplomatic fleet would be dispatched to Earth's solar system, accompanied by a substantial military escort to encourage cooperation. After all, in the 10,000 years of the Confederation's existence, no species had ever refused membership when properly motivated. Atlanta stood on the observation deck of the UESS Titan I, her hands clasped behind her back as she watched Earth's moon drift past. Her auburn hair was pulled into a tight bun, regulation style for the United Earth Space Service. At 28, she was the youngest captain ever assigned to a Titan-class vessel, though few understood what that truly meant. "Ma'am, we're receiving the alert," said Thor, her second-in-command. The tall Norwegian officer approached with a data pad, his ice-blue eyes reflecting the holographic display. "Confederation fleet entering the outer system. 57 vessels detected." Atlanta's jaw tightened. "So they brought friends this time." "More than friends," Thor replied grimly. "Battle cruisers, carriers, siege platforms. This isn't a diplomatic mission, it's an invasion force flying under diplomatic flags." "Status of the Titan?" "All systems nominal. Fusion cores at optimal temperature. Electromagnetic pulse cannons charged. Kinetic bombardment systems online. The new gravitational lance is operational, though untested in combat." Thor paused. "The crew is ready, Captain." Atlanta nodded slowly. For 3 months, the Confederation had sent increasingly demanding messages. Humanity must join. Humanity must share its resources. Humanity must accept its place in the galactic order. Each time, Earth's response had been polite but firm. No. What the aliens didn't understand, what they couldn't understand, was that humanity had learned a brutal lesson from its own history. Strength through unity, yes, but also peace through superior firepower. "Send a message to the fleet," Atlanta ordered. "Standard diplomatic warning. Tell them to halt at Neptune and state their intentions." Thor raised an eyebrow. "They'll ignore it, I know. But when this is over, I want the record to show we gave them every chance." Aboard the Confederation flagship Dominion's Pride, Ambassador Zixthar reviewed the human transmission with growing unease. The message was courteous, professional, and utterly unyielding. But something else troubled him. The signature of the vessel that sent it. "This cannot be correct," he muttered, checking his instruments again. The mass reading. "It suggests a ship over 50 kilometers long." "A sensor error," Councillor Thren dismissed. "Or perhaps an asteroid they've hollowed out. Primitive species love such crude displays." "Perhaps," Zixthar said, but his form continued to dim. The Confederation fleet pressed forward, passing Uranus, then Neptune. Earth's inner system beckoned, blue and inviting on their sensors. Victory seemed assured. Then they detected it. The ship emerged from Earth's shadow like a leviathan rising from ancient depths. The UESS Titan I measured 53 kilometers from bow to stern, its hull a masterpiece of human engineering. Angular, brutal, and absolutely massive. Weapon ports dotted its surface like the scales of some primordial predator. At its core, 6 fusion reactors pumped out more energy than some small stars. "By the ancients," Zixthar whispered. The Titan I had been humanity's secret project, built in the shadows of Earth's moon, constructed from resources mined from the asteroid belt. While the Confederation had watched humanity's primitive fleet of smaller vessels, they had missed the monster hiding in plain sight. All ships, attack pattern Theta, Thren commanded, panic creeping into his voice. Focus fire on that vessel. The Confederation fleet unleashed everything: plasma torpedoes, particle beams, quantum disruptors. The barrage that struck the Titan I would have vaporized any ship in the known galaxy. The Titan's shields flared brilliant blue, absorbing the assault with contemptuous ease. Their turn, Atlanta said quietly. Thor's fingers danced across his console. Firing solution locked. Electromagnetic pulse cannons, firing. The Titan I spoke. Massive EMP bursts rippled through space, invisible but devastating. Confederation ships went dark by the dozens, their sophisticated systems overwhelmed and fried. The vessels that remained operational tried to retreat, but the Titan's kinetic bombardment system activated next, tungsten rods, each weighing several tons and accelerated to a significant fraction of light speed, tore through enemy hulls like bullets through paper. Explosions blossomed across the void as ships simply ceased to exist. Gravitational lance ready, Thor reported. Hold, Atlanta commanded, watching the carnage unfold. That's enough. Of the 57 ships that had entered Earth's system, fewer than 20 remained operational. They were limping away as fast as their damaged engines could manage. Open a channel, Atlanta ordered. All frequencies. Her image appeared on every functioning screen in the fleeing Confederation fleet. She stood tall, unflinching, every inch a warrior. This is Captain Atlanta of the United Earth Space Service. Your diplomatic mission was noted and declined. Your military intimidation has been answered. Humanity wishes no war with the Confederation, but we will not be bullied into submission. Return to your territory and inform your council. Earth stands alone and Earth stands ready. Any future contact will be on our terms, not yours. She gestured to Thor, who cut the transmission. In the silence that followed, Atlanta returned to the observation window. Earth hung below, blue and green and beautiful, a world that would never bow. Think they got the message? Thor asked with a slight smile. If not, Atlanta replied, we have 6 more Titan-class ships under construction. Next time they'll understand. Behind them, humanity's greatest weapon drifted silently through the void, a testament to one simple truth. The diplomats had come, they had seen, and they had learned why humanity stood apart, not through words, but through overwhelming, undeniable strength. The stars belonged to those bold enough to claim them, and humanity was just getting started. The end.